Greetings. My name is Candace Crow-Goldman. The following is an excerpt from a Beyond Quantum Healing session with my friend and colleague Harry Kroner. We arranged this online session with Harry in Israel and myself in Kansas, and presented the entire exploration for the July 2020 live BQH course that was held here in my Augusta, Kansas wellness studio. The intention for the session, which is an integral aspect of a BQH session, was twofold: to provide the highest and best experience for those participating and watching the demonstration, and also to provide any relevant information for humans needed at this particular time. Please enjoy this message to all humans from Yurus, who's from Arcturus, and much gratitude to my friend Harry Kroner, who is an amazing teacher, channeler, and quantum healer extraordinaire. Thank you. Can you tell us specifically again about where you come from and a little bit about your world?
I am Arcturian from Arcturus, so that is where I come from. You can see me, one of the bright stars in the sky. And this is when you look at our star, Arcturus, as you call it, you will sense that there is a draw to it. Some stars will look more just plain, and some have brighter, more connection. It's not only the brightness of the closeness that we generally have compared to those this bigger galaxy and galaxies. It's also a matter of our connection and the fact that we are beaming energy through the light to you and to Earth, and help it, and been helping it for billions of years, and fostering growth and understanding. Our civilization is billions of years old. It is one of the oldest civilizations upon this galaxy of ours.
Thank you.
Yes. There is little more I would like to say.
Please.
As a civilization that have existed for billions of years, we have refined what it is to be civil, what it is to be as people, and move through tremendous growth, not in short spurts and such a young civilization as you are, but imagine yourself as a civilization of millions upon millions upon millions of years. So we have refined many different aspects of what is, especially working with energy, understanding how, as beings, we and you operate. And this is one of the reasons that many of us have chosen to incarnate upon your earth, to help with this process and to be able to have on the ground activators of consciousness, of frequency, of understandings. And we would like to make sure that many of you know that you are not only from one specific place. It is something that many of you are from many places and experience lives in many different civilizations across the world, across this vast universe and other universes. So it is important to not single out one of those, as you would not single out only one ethnicity upon your earth, because that will bring a sense of individuation and separation from the one. And it is something we do not want you to experience anymore. It is something that your world right now experiences in a difficult way. The choice that many have to choose separation and choose one polar response compared to another, instead of seeing the whole thing and not seeing the oneness of everything that is. And this is a point we would want to make today, is to help people understand that when you take a position, you are denouncing the other side, and therefore denouncing a part of you. So bringing oneness and unification, unity, is the greatest goal that people should focus on at this time, particular time. Unity, oneness, and wholesomeness. And when we say unity, we do not mean everybody has to be the same. It is acknowledging the diversity and diversification of the one, the beauty that all of you are so similar, yet have infinite variations. And that is a beautiful thing. And that is something to cherish and see. And it is the same as we have shown before. It is not, if you look at a rainbow, you enjoy the beauty of the rainbow. You do not pick one color of it and say, like, I don't like the rest of it. You simply enjoy the beauty of the rainbow, and all different colors within it. So allow yourself to see the oneness and the unity and the broadness of experiences that each one of you has just slightly different perspective. And in that way you enrich the one by enjoying that one and unique perspective you have upon this world. So enjoy it and cherish it and move away from separation, from separateness, and allow yourself to think of, what can I do to unify, to bring all to greater oneness.
Can you address in that beautiful message of yours, you did a little bit, but can you address the concept of a sovereign individual keeping themselves sovereign and unique within oneness? I think that is a place of confusion for some humanity. How do you retain your unique self at the same time that you move towards oneness?
I would say it's like looking at a telescope and being able to look at it from both ends. From one side, it magnifies and sees the bigger picture. From the other side, it makes it, everything looks smaller and more specific. All of it is part of the one. Again, as we explained a little bit before, it is simply a shift in focus. And we will explain to it by this, such as the experience of being a leaf on a tree. You are still a beautiful leaf with all its different intricate parts of the leaf, but you are connected to the tree, to the one. And there are many, many other leaves within the trees, and many, many other trees, and they're all connected. It does not annul the experience of the one leaf if you are experiencing being the tree. It coexists. It's just being aware that all of it is one. And you are just choosing as a soul to experience a focus of consciousness into the one leaf at that moment, and just enjoying the beauty of just receiving the light that one leaf experiences. So as I explained in the beginning, it is not about moving and oscillating back and forth between I'm human and separated from the one, or at least feels like it, and at some point allowing yourself to expand and reach your greater self and become one with everything and feel that connection. It's just a feeling. You're just realizing that you can do that, but it was always there. And you will, as you reach a higher level of consciousness and awareness, be able to do both and be more connected to the one and simply shift focus as you please, but you will always be aware. And I think you have experienced that more and more now, and being able to connect and more with more intuition. But it's more than that. It's just taking a brief moment. It's sometimes just like a moment of reflection, and that reflection just looks at the other side of that telescope, and just giving yourself a broader view and a smaller view. A broader view, and allow yourself to focus and bring it to the world and bring it to fruition, bring it to materialize it, manifesting it in this world. Because this is what you're here to do. You're here to experience people. I see that, and that is frustrating for us to see many spiritual people choose to try and escape to their spirituality and not bring it to this world, because that's what you're here to do. Otherwise, you wouldn't become a human. What's the point? Yep. The point is to take that spiritual ideas and connection and openness and simply manifest into this life with greater alignment with your source, with what your soul intended to bring and do. So the more aligned you are, if you take those few moments every day to meditate, to connect with your greater self, you will simply be able to manifest with greater alignment and do those things that are most desired and are in your highest and best. So know that this feeling that you sometimes are disconnected and connected, it is because you are still oscillating between the two, and it's because you're still not there yet. It is simply a matter of like a teenager in your years. At some moment it behaves like a child, and some moment they behave like adults. They're still in that in-between state. They're not fully there, not fully there. So it is somewhat of a discomfort in moving between the two. But that will be resolved for most of you very quickly.
Thank you. I have a few more questions, if it's all right. You said that, which I thought was so beautiful, that if we look up and see Arcturus, the star, and that you said that through the light of the star, you beam energy to the humans. A two-part question, please. How do those on Arcturus, or anyone actually, know about humans in the first place? And how is it that you, through your star, beam us light?
I will start with the second one. That is easier and quicker answer. It is when you understand and connect with your star. For you, it is the sun. And you will, when you expand your consciousness, connect with greater, you'll be able to connect with its consciousness on a greater scale and with your own greater understanding of the connection that you have with it. And you'll be able to do as we do and simply allow ourselves to direct our intentions, and through that symbiosis with our star, to start sending the intelligent intentions across the universe through the light. It is not as hard as you would think, of course. I'm saying it in general, because it took us millions of years to master. However, I would explain it is like for you emitting radio signals. So it is not so outlandish. It is simply something that you are already doing on a very small scale of sending information wirelessly through machines. It is something that you will be able to master soon, and some of you do already on a smaller scale, of being able to send your own transmissions on a fuller and greater way and master energy in a bigger way. And so you'd be able to connect and use and cooperate. It's not a manipulation, but it is setting intentions and working with the planet, planets and with the stars to create bigger and bigger waves across the universe. This has been happening even before the birth of your solar system. So your solar system 5 billion years ago have been birthed as the sun was birthed and has created its own space, and that has been created as a second generation solar system. So it has already been created through other solar intentions, through the central sun of the central sun, as it chooses to come and bring to it. It's all conscious. So it chooses to create it like a mother birthing a child. So it birthed that. So it already has consciousness. It has intention. It has purpose of life, of its own creation, because it is being created. And as we are doing so, we help in that process of creation as we have increased our understanding of what the universe is and working with the universe and aligning our intentions with that of the universe, of the source. And this has been our choice to take this task of increasing the consciousness of this particular planet and making it that beautiful Garden of Eden, and bringing it into that perfect space to bring life and diversification and being this beautiful planet that gives opportunity for so many across the universe, so many different species that have already existed, come and bring their idea of what life is and give new meanings and new possibilities and new variations to different life forms as they come to be. And as we do so, the latest project is humanity. It's a very, very brief moment in the history of this Earth and this project. And humanity is our pride and joy and being a part of not the creation, but the facilitation of the growth of humanity and the planet from the start.
So you and beings from your world have been part of even understanding the creation of this planet and humanity. Is that what you are saying?
Yes.
Thank you.